All right, so this is the formula we worked with yesterday. And we use this formula for a kite or a rhombus. So go ahead and try to do number 1. Figure out what is the area of the rhombus for number 1. And remember, so diagonal 1, this is diagonal 1. This one is diagonal 2. So use your calculator to select what answer you would pick if this was your test. So 1/2 times 2 times 4.2. So select what you would pick, A, B, C, or D on the test. All right, who would pick A? Anybody pick B? C? D? All right, I agree. It would be A. Now for number 2, though, this is a kite. To find our diagonals, we need to add. So diagonal 1, we're going to add the 6 plus 6. And diagonal 2, we're adding the 2 plus 10. So diagonal 1 is 12, and diagonal 2 is 12. So your area would be 1/2, 12 times 12. Go ahead and use your calculator and see what you would get. All right, who got 72? All right, good. So we don't know the unit, so we'll just say it's unit squared. All right, so we talked about quadrilaterals. We talked about parallelograms, trapezoids, rhombuses, and kites. Now we're going to get into 6.3, which is area of a circle and area of a sector. So we're going to do today, we're going to talk about area of a circle. The formula for area of a circle is pi times r squared. R is your radius. Okay, so it says that Keon is building a circular patio in his backyard. They want us to find the area of the patio. So this is a better picture than what you have in your notes. Is that 24 the radius, or is that 24 the diameter? Diameter, right? So how do you find the radius when you know the diameter? Divided by what? 2. So let's write this if you don't remember. Diameter is, wait, sorry. Let me erase that. Radius is diameter divided by 2. That's how you find the radius. Now to find the area, we have to use radius. We cannot use diameter. So the diameter is 24. So 24 divided by 2 is your radius. So that means our radius is 12. 12 feet. So to find the area, we're going to take pi times radius squared. So go ahead, type that in your calculator. Hit the pi key. And then 12 squared. And then make sure you hit the button above enter to get it as a decimal. Because we want the decimal answer. So if you type that in and you hit that button above enter, you should get 452.4 feet squared. Remember, area is always unit squared. All right, raise your hand if you got that in your calculator. Anybody need help typing that in? All right, so we're just going to practice with this formula. So area, again, is pi r squared. So let's do this one together. So is that 14? The 14 that they gave us is the radius. So area equals pi times 14 squared. Excuse me, thank you. Go ahead, type that in your calculator. You should get 615.8 meters squared. All right, take a minute and do question B by yourself. For area. Did I miss anybody passing out the homework? Okay. So for this circle, what's the radius? For B, our radius is 9. So area equals pi times 9 squared, which is who got 254.5? And then it would be meters squared. All right, any questions so far about the formula? So again, if it's a circle, you have to use the radius. All right, so now let's go backwards. Let's go to page 10. So what this is telling us to is find the diameter, and they gave us the area. Okay, so the area is 196 pi. And we're going to the first thing we have to do is find the radius. So you're going to substitute that 196 pi in place of area. So the first thing we need to do is eliminate the pi. This pi is being multiplied by the radius. So we're going to divide both sides by pi, which is going to cancel that out. So in your calculator, go ahead and divide 196 pi by pi. And you should just get 196. Who got 196? So that equals radius squared. How do you get rid of the square? What's the opposite of a square? I think I heard somebody say it, but I don't know. What's the opposite of a square? Square root, yep. So we got to take the square root of 196. So go ahead, hit that green button and then the x squared and type in square root of 196. And you should get that 14 is the radius. But the question is asking us to find the diameter. So remember, diameter, so in other words, it gave us this. The radius would be from here to here. But it wants the diameter, which would be from here to here. It wants the full length. So diameter equals 2 times the radius. So the diameter of the pool, or of the circle, diameter is going to equal 2 times 14. And what is 2 times 14? 28. So the diameter is 28 yards. All right, let's do that again. So we have find the diameter of a circle. The area is 915 square feet. So area is pi r squared. And they told us the area, which is 915. So we're going to put our 915 in place of area. Okay, what do I do next to solve for the radius? Divide by pi, yep. So let's divide both sides by pi. So in your calculator, we're going to type in 915 divided by pi. We get a decimal, and that's okay. You should get 291.3 equals radius squared. It said 0.25, but I rounded the 2 to a 3. And now what do I have to do? Square root it. So pick up your calculator and type in second function x squared 291.3. And you should get that the radius is 17.1. It's 17.06, but I just rounded that to a 1. But what did it ask us to find? It said find the diameter. So to find diameter is going to be radius times 2. So diameter is 2 times 17.1. And you should get 34.2 feet. That is your diameter. All right, let's go ahead and do the check. Take a minute. It says find the radius. So this time you don't have to multiply it by 2 because it's not asking us for the diameter. We just need to find the radius. So we're just dividing by pi and taking the square root. That's it. Those are your 2 steps. Divide by pi, take the square root. All right, who had 13 for the radius? Any questions about that? Pretty simple. Let's see your number. Yeah, that's about okay. All right, so now let's look at homework 2. So the questions that I want you to get done today. Homework 2. Homework 2 is due on Tuesday. For the rest of the class period, I want you to work on numbers 1, 2. Number 3 says you have the diameter, find the area. You should be able to do that. So you should be able to do numbers 1 through 5 on the front. We haven't talked about 6, 7 yet, or 8. And you should also be able to do number 9. So you should be able to do the majority of this homework before you leave. So for right now, skip over 6, 7, 8, and 10. So we're not going to do 6, 7, 8, or 10 yet. So go ahead and get your homework. If you have homework 1 finished, you can bring it up.